the technical capability, and we're determined. History demonstrates impossible that wishing repeat is as sure as possible.
All right. Well, I guess we're here. I'm never prepared for these things. I'm like absolutely never prepared for these things. I think, I'm going to, go on here and like I go through my head, like sometimes even the night before. And, it's like, okay, well, uh, here I am. What am I going to talk about? It's going to be nice and short today. Mainly, I've been keeping things kind of thin as far as content this month, mainly because I've had a couple big purchases and whatnot. So I've been using up some of my StreamYard time and just trying to figure out whether I'm going to renew it or not. And I'm pretty sure that I am. $25 a month is kind of hefty, but yeah. So anyway, like this is another Friday of me running my mouth, and so like Animali Comics is in here, Mason A is in here, Animali Comics. I'm so happy I made this. Well, I'm so happy you made it too. So welcome to the show again. Looks like we only got a couple people on the show again tonight. I suspect that next Friday when the Rude box gets given away, that we'll have a lot more people watching. But that's the nature of the beast. And what's really going on tonight is I am going to be participating in a virtual signing this weekend. The website is called Babu691. They're going to be having a Bizarro Bazaar featuring many different artists, many different authors that write weird and bizarre fiction. And yeah, so hold on a second. I can do this. I can do this. Share. And yeah. So this is the website that is hosting the event tomorrow, and the website is like completely geared towards bizarro fiction. Bizarro fiction, if none of you or any of you know, is sort of like a lowbrow take on fiction. It's usually outrageous because it's kind of like the B movie of fiction, and yeah, they don't have the link up yet for the. They don't have the link up yet for the event, but I think there's going to be a total of like 15 different authors that are going to be there. So yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of that simply because it's just one of those years, no conventions or anything like that. So. Yep, that's basically the long and short of it. I have sent out copy 801's copy of Bad Things, so that is in the mail for him, and yeah, and then the other thing is on Friday I am going to be giving away the. I'm reusing a Comic Vantage box. But yeah, it's already set. There's 6 comics in here, and the 6 comics are, I think they're pretty decent. I went through and took out a couple things from my personal collection and added them in there. And will I be appearing at scheduled time? It's not really kind of like that. It's more, like it'll be going on all weekend. There's really not any live appearances. I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a live stream up tonight, is because by tomorrow, this should be, with the regular videos on replay. And so, at least that gets a bit of the word out. It makes a little bit of interactive. It's kind of, a small website. So like they didn't really make it interactive like some conventions do, but like I'm familiar with one of the, let's see, I got an image from this. Hold on a second. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like a total of 16 different authors that'll be there. And it's not going to be so much interactive as anything, but like we're going to have like we set it up like virtual convention tables, so you could get a little idea of who everyone is. So that is going to be going on. That's going to be going on tomorrow. So anyway, let me check and see who else. Okay, so, and by the way, thanks for coming by, 5G Pigeon Spy. That's great. I watched part of your live stream, dude. You make me jealous because you came up with like some great ideas of, dicking around online. Like what you're doing with like your live stream is sort of like the anti ASMR. So like, it's like, if you guys haven't checked it out, like basically I only like caught like 20 minutes of it, but like he was like, responding to people's comments on his videos through live stream. So you're just like a wealth of ideas, dude. I have to come up with a few things. And K Titus is in the house. I'm glad to see you here, dude. So yeah, on next Friday is when I'm going to be doing the giveaway. And as I said, the Rude box is already here. And some stuff I've gotten from mystery boxes, some stuff from my personal collection. No junk in this one. So yeah, that'll be going out to some lucky winner on next Friday. And all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment on my videos. I don't even know the rules of my own game. Rude Friday 2020. Hashtag Rude Friday 2020. And you'll be entered, and I'll be giving that away next week. But yeah, so that's really the big deal. It's like I wanted to, sit down with everybody, just keep them up to speed. When I do a live stream, that's one less video. That's one less video I have to edit. That's unless I'm like doing an unboxing or whatever, that's one less mystery box I have to buy. And I'm also using up this valuable subscription time I've got with StreamYard. Brock, this monster has shown up. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I'm glad that you're at work. So yeah, you watch the replay later. There's really not a whole lot going on. And DJ Lynx is in the house. Great. In the house. I need to stop using that kind of lingo. It's it's like I use dude a lot, and I've used in the house twice now on these videos. I need to stop that. I need to like really like hone my persona more for these sort of things. But yeah, so yeah, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and like I'm already putting together some ideas for future giveaways. And I think I actually have a couple of them I'm going to be showing tonight, but they're not ready yet. But yeah, I finally unboxed a whole bunch of stuff that I've been ordering online and on eBay and things like that. This is all like personal speculation, or or for later flipping. And like I've made the mistake, like a lot of collectors have, and I've mentioned this in like the last live stream, is that I'll buy something that I think I'm gonna flip later on, and then I'll become emotionally attached to it. So this time I thought, well, I'll either buy some stuff that I like and I can keep in my collection, or I'll just buy stuff that I have like zero emotional attachment to. So like when the time comes, I'll have no problem letting it go. So yeah, I need to be careful with this shit. So yeah, this is all stuff I've been picking up online. This is like a good month's worth of stuff here. I got the second print of Savage Dragon 252. It's got the Charlie Brown thing going on. So this is mostly a cover spec. I'm not really too concerned about whether it goes up or down. This is actually one of the ones that I just like I like the approach to this cover, and I thought, well, if it doesn't go anywhere, I'll just keep it. And then I wasn't willing to buy this at $25 a piece. So now that's a little bit of a dead spec. They're like really cheap now. I bought like 3 of them. I bought like 3 of these. So like the whole Robin King thing. So, it's like one of those things. Is like right now, Daredevil 25 is like I think like $60 now. It just came out this week, and everybody is like so hung up with oh, Elektra is going to be Daredevil. It's like Elektra was like introduced in the 80s, so it's not like we're getting a new character. And 2, it's like this is a story arc. This sort of stuff is written for trade. Books are written for trade now, so it'll probably be like like 3 to 6 issues at the max. So like why people are going crazy about that, but like like people jump up and drive the price up on things. If you wait a while, you could just, like find something reasonable. It's like when this came out, like, wasn't this like up to like 35 or something at one point? Yeah. So I got like 3 of these. Got them cheap too. And speaking of which, I got third print of Canto #1. And according to Key Collector Comics, there's only like according to Key Collector Comics, I think like there's only like 2,000 of the third print. And realistically, you can go to idwpublishing.com and still pick these up at cover. You can only buy one at a time though. But I bought like 4 of them. So yeah, so that is one thing. And so I like to read, as far as I like to read in binges. So like trades really fit my my way of reading. Like reading week to week, almost feels like a soap opera. They feel like 10-minute soap operas. It's like you read an issue, you're done in like 10 minutes, and then it's like, oh God, I gotta wait till next month. So like I prefer to binge. So like trades, usually are the way to go. And oftentimes, like if I find something I really like, I'll pick up as many issues as I can before I actually get down to reading them. Hey, how's it going, Super Mole Retro? Glad that you dropped by. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping. I'll get over that stuff again. But yeah, when I was talking about buying stuff that I have like zero emotional attachment to, but I can flip later, I have I got this at a good price, and like news just popped up this week. So like this, yeah, Young Avengers #1 first appearance of like a whole bunch of like, modern Marvel bullshit. So like, as I said, like I could not care less about was it Kate Bishop and Hulkling and Wiccan and Patriot and Iron Lad. Who the fuck cares, man? But I know like this is, like Comic Tom said that this is the giant size X-Men for the new generation. It's actually in really good condition though. So like, yeah, I'll definitely, profit off of that. And it's like, yeah, whatever. And this is the exact same thing. More modern Marvel bullshit. We got the first appearance of Riri Williams. As I said, I have like no emotional attachment to that whatsoever. So, yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like the whole secondary market is like completely built up like of like a hype beast, and it's like uh everything is based off of shit that you find on like Key Collector or whatever. It's all nonsense, but it's like I'm not going to complain. I buy stuff sometimes to flip, and so and then I also pay attention to like what people are buying themselves, things that people are interested in. So like I got myself another copy of We Live #1, the 1 in 10 incentive. So yeah, I mean, like, I would much. I collect mainly indies now. I collect very little Marvel, very little DC, and the speculators completely drive the market on Marvel, and that's all based off of MCU. All it means is that like speculators and collectors are buying and selling to each other. The only reason why movie news would drive up the price of a comic is if somebody walks into a movie and they're like, oh wow, I'm going to start collecting comic books, I want to buy that comic book. So suddenly you have new people entering into the market, new people buying it. But movie news don't mean shit if nobody's buying comic books. So like you got millions of people watching the MCU. How many of those have started collecting comic books because of the MCU? None of them. It's like the amount of people that are collecting comics are like basically the same amount. They buy and sell to each other, and so I'll follow those trends. It helps me keep my own hobby going. But yeah, that's that. See, that's basically it. Comic Tom could say anything he wants and drive up any. The way it is, Key Collector and Comic Tom could hype up any bullshit book that they want. And like suddenly people would buy it. So like, I don't want to talk any shit about other YouTubers because it's like the guy's got a lot of energy, and he brings something useful to the table. And like like if you're a new collector or whatever, and you want to know what's going on, then you go to that. So I don't want to get started into talking shit, but like I do have a problem with like just focusing so much on money and less about. Most people now are like buying and selling books. They don't even read them. They won't even care what's in the book or who the writer is. They'll just like go on rumor, and then they'll just like fill a box up full of crap, and then hopefully they'll make some gold off of it. But like I don't see a lot of people really actually care for this stuff. So what are you into? But yeah, as I said, I bought like 3 of these, and then hey, Comic Vet, I'm glad that you showed up. Yeah, I can get that. The thing is, you know, I remember what it was like collecting in the '90s, and you had like, collecting in the '90s, you had lots of people, like suddenly had like renewed interest in actually reading comics. Yes, you had the normie crowd, and then you had like the sports collector crowd, and like those that like were you know what they say, money laundering with collectibles during the time period. But like but you had like a lot of people with like real interest in like actually collecting. And nowadays it's like the people who actually read and collect, there's not very many. I mean, like it's there's kind of a rare breed. It's the you have more speculators than you have people that actually read them. I have a problem with that. But I like this entire stack is based off of like with the exception of Kanto, which I actually like happy to have for my PC, because like I bought like 4 of the third prints, and it's like I know I'm going to keep a couple of them, but this is what I'm going to get. What I was going to get at. I was going to get at the one of the things I'm going to start doing, and it's going to take a couple of months, because like I'm going to have to send them off, get graded, and come back. I'm going to the giveaways I'm going to be doing every month are going to be slabs, and they're going to be stuff that I'm picking up. So, like for example, one of the giveaways I'll end up doing in the future will end up being a slabbed Kanto. That's third print. It's just because it's like I have them. I'm going to be getting a CGC membership, so I thought, well, let's just put all this stuff to good use. Whenever I find something, in a mystery box or whatever, I'll send them off, get them slabbed, come back, and then give them away once a month. So that's what we're gonna do, and that's where the Rude box comes in, the recycled Comic Manage box. But yeah, that will be given out on Friday for newcomers that may be coming in now. But yeah, this video serves 2 purposes. Is it's like, yeah, I'm getting content up tonight, but with the virtual signing event, by the time the replay shows up in the regular video feed, then people will get a heads up for the virtual feed. So that's all good. Yeah, I've read a little bit of Kanto. I've read a little bit of Kanto, and like it's just, to me, it's just like Saga. Is like, I can get why people are obsessed with it. It may not necessarily be my thing, but it's really well done. And like Saga, I've been reading on Saga, and as I said, I'm not really I don't really see myself as somebody that necessarily is a Saga fan, but I really appreciate what it is, because the writing really is really extends beyond the subject matter. So like that's what I see about Kanto as well. And yeah, as far as longevity, it's like Kanto falls into, well, it's yet to be seen, but I can see Kanto falling in the same line as like Goon, or something like that. Something that has like an obsessive fan base. So and like I try to pay attention to signals. That's the reason why I bought a bunch of copies of We Live, because like the people who've been reading the first issue of We Live seem to be like obsessed with it, or at least really pleased with it. So like I've decided I'm going to dump some money into that. But yeah, like the Saga, like it's like I was looking at getting a copy of Saga #1's, like you're looking at a $200 investment minimum for Saga #1, If it goes much higher than that, it's like, well, like what can you do? But as I said, like conceptually, like there's some things about Saga that annoy the piss out of me, but like the writing transcends, the annoying shit. So, I think that, I can get that. I think Kanto has potential to be the same thing. But, like it's like, yeah, if like you're talking about people that have to constantly talk about it. Yeah, and Saga is the same thing, you know. But yeah, but yeah, as I said, like that falls in line with my personal collecting. It's like I buy something like We Live or Kanto, as potential future spec. But if it never goes up, I'll be happy. I'll be happy keeping it, because it falls in line with what I like. So, but Vigilantes here, and yeah, so yeah, we got definitely have more people tonight. But yeah, we're approaching a half hour. I didn't really have a whole lot to expound upon. But yeah, I'm going to be putting a link to the virtual signing in the actual comments tomorrow once the link goes live. As I said, let's take a look here. As I said, there's like 16 or so authors participating in the virtual signing event tomorrow. And like, it's all really weird stuff. So like, I'm really happy to, like be involved with that. It's being run, Babu 691 is run by, God, I already forget her last name. Her name's Amy. And the other person running the site is, I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Is Zay, I think. But yeah, like this will be the first time, I've actually participated in something that, is within, within the genre that I'm working on. And so it'll be interesting to see how things play out. But, yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing is that, no matter what you're reading, no matter what you're reading, there's always something out there that's way better. That's just the way it is, especially if you're reading Marvel or DC. But that's the nature of it. We all have things that we like get obsessed with, and like when it comes to comics, I've yet to really find something that like I'm truly obsessed with. I think like The Boys was close. Um, it's like I'll always have love for Transmetropolitan and Lobo. But yeah, I mean, like it's like we all find things that like we're completely blown away with, and that we're obsessed with. I was obsessed with Immortal Hulk last, like 2 years ago, and then it kind of shit the bed around issue number 25. But yeah, so man, I'm really happy that you guys showed up. So next Friday on the 11th, I will be giving away the Rude box, and that will be given away to one lucky person. So the live stream I'll put a notice up for the live stream over the weekend just so that people are reminded. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and leave comments on the videos. Hashtag Rude Friday 2020. So yeah, it's like I'm really happy to see everybody stop by. I'm gonna be I have like until like Wednesday or Thursday to renew StreamYard, and we'll figure out some future ideas to do with the show. So, comic vet, what did you say? That's one of the things I keep these glasses on. It's like a bit of like a personality trait. It's a piece of flair, so to speak. But like sometimes, it's a little bit hard to read. So something is killing the children. Yeah, I've read a lot about that. Tinian is a decent writer that has been consistent on Batman, so I can definitely see that. So I did not jump onto Something Is Killing the Children when it came out. I did jump in on Stillwater, and I'm still letting issues pile up before I dive into it, but I did jump into Stillwater. So I do have that building up, and same thing with Department of Truth. I have that building up too. But as far as 2020 was kind of a garbage year for stuff that I've read anyway. From all it's like I should have stuck around with Daredevil, but I didn't. And I haven't been keeping up with Modern Valiant, but a friend of mine was telling me that Rye has been really good, and I can believe that because like the recent runs of Rye have been really good. I've been reading on some of the more recent runs on that, but like I've not. This year has been really lackluster. I've not really seen anything that has really pulled me in yet. But okay, it's great. I'm glad that you showed up, Anamali, and yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that Alex Ross. One of the things that annoys me about Immortal Hulk is that there are variant covers to it. It's like I know that variant covers bring bring the companies money, but like it's like why would anybody want variant covers for Immortal Hulk when you could have the Alex Ross cover? And it's like I have my own gripes about Alex Ross, but like wouldn't you want this like consistent flow? It's like you flipping through a short box. It's like once you hit Immortal Hulk and it's all Alex Ross, it's like you're gonna stop and be like, holy shit. So yeah, I've heard that. I'm not sold on what's his name, the Walking Dead guy. I'm not sold on him as far as a writer is yet, because Walking Dead really didn't do anything for me, and I like read a snippet of Invincible, but like yeah, I'm definitely open for reading more. I know that wasn't like the trade paperback release the same day as #1 for that. Kirkman, yeah, Kirkman, yeah. I there's a lot of writers and artists that I need to give second chances to. So like that's going to be the nature of it. But yeah, so thank you everybody for coming in, and yeah, so people catching the replay next Friday is the giveaway, but be sure to leave a comment. Rude Friday 2020 hashtag Rude Friday 2020. And yeah, I think this box has about $70, maybe $80 worth of value to it. So that is it. And if you're around this weekend, if you're reading this on the weekend of December 5th and 6th, please, I will have the link up by then where you can go and get a signed copy of my book, Bad Things. And okay, I have a video I have to shoot this. That's going to be a long video too. I think like the box has like 30 comics in it. I got to figure out how to do that. I got to figure out how to do that without driving myself crazy. So anyway, I got some work to do this weekend, and I'll be around. And also, people who've been chatting me up on YouTube, The links for my Instagram and Facebook are also around, so you feel free to hit me up there, and I'll catch you on the next one.